Good day, everyone. Good day, everyone, indeed. I am EclecticAndrew the Gamer, and today on Let's Play ArcLad 2, we're doing some side quests now that we've defeated Yagan, once and for all. We could go to the oil rig right now and finish off whatever's going on over there with the mind control device, but I want to do side quests to get some people a little stronger. And to do so, we are going to go get some food to Home Village back in Flores. Client wants to deliver some of the barkeep special food to Ramuel. Ah, good. Oh, just the Ramelian citizens helping rebuild home? Why not to everyone helping rebuild home? Anyways. Oh, did it say I have to go to the bar? Oh, there's no way to check there, but I'm gonna go to the bar. We're going to the bar! Yes! Let's go to the bar! Let's go to the bar! Yeah. Barkeep, you have special food for us, I believe. I was sent from the guild. You're the hunter? Pardon my surprise, but I've never seen a female hunter. How long have you been one? You had a job for me. I wasn't expecting an interview. Oh, sorry, yeah. I got a job for you. I heard that you want me to deliver food to Holm. I want you to deliver some food to the volunteers at Holm. That's certainly a nice gesture. I think we'll have trouble in the past and all. Well, this is a good way to patch things up. Be sure to deliver the food before it gets cold. No problem, sir. Yeah. No problem whatsoever. We're not gonna run into any vicious monsters. They don't want food. Why would monsters want some food? They eat people, don't they? They're cold-hearted, bloodthirsty monsters. They eat people, not food. Not some food that we're delivering from some random bar to a nice little random out in the boonies village. Yeah. So, as we can see, we've made it successfully to Holm, have we not? We are going to deliver some food. Oh no, it's these guys again. I smell something good. I smell something good too. I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry too. Food, food. Eat, eat. Hey, look at that. They have food. Human is coming. Smells good. Food, they're carrying food. Hide. Hide. Lieza, could you slow down? This old sack of bones just doesn't move like it used to. You could use teleport more often to move around faster. I'm sorry, I just... did I mention that food smells really good? May I try some? Gogan, I'm surprised at you. This is for the workers in Holm. Of course I know that. But would they miss a little bit? Would they? No. Just one bite. I said no. I can't stand it any longer. I just don't have the power. Give me the food. Food. Gogan, see what you've done now? We have monsters. I hope you're pleased with yourself. Yeah, kind of am. Sure you are, Gogan. Yeah. Well, let's send in some people to get a little stronger. Try to get over level. Let's try to get people higher level, just like people we don't normally use, or monsters we don't normally use. Actually, you know, Rajan and Fujin would be good here because of their magical abilities. That would get them to... Oh yeah, I forgot to get that weapon. That would make them more powerful. They would have more powerful AoE too. Well, we have Gogan, so we don't need Fujin and Rajan. So let's bring Shantae. Have a few extra healers around with our magical people. So yeah, Choco will be... Oh, actually, Choco can do some AoE of her own with Mika, her rock attack. Or we could summon an intense storm, burn enemies with Phoenix. We will burn you like a phoenix. Yeah, I like phoenixes. Yeah, let's do a phoenix attack. I like phoenixes. I will burn you like a phoenix. Yeah, so this episode will be about trying to get people stronger than they are currently, while I'm doing some side quests, maybe even killing some wanted monsters in random places around the world. Oh, there goes my controller again. But yeah. Hopefully you don't mind this episode today. We're just gonna be doing little things to pass the time. And I hope you enjoyed this video today of passing the time. It should be a nice little episode today, where we spend some time, just kick back, have a drink. Actually, I forgot to grab a drink of my own before I start this episode. And enjoy the time spent with others. Yeah. Have some fun watching our heroes do the quests of the world that they want to do, to be do-gooders and do good deeds for the good people of the world. Oh, good. A magic level up for Ashante. That's very good. So, like getting a magic level for Ashante is really good, because for all we know, that could be resurrection level up. And he put on a ground shield, so I'm going to use a wind attack on him. Because remember, these barbarians, they use ground shield all the time when we were here in Flores before. So now, Earthquake won't do good against him, but we could physically attack him with our knife. Try to do a little damage, which wasn't very successful. Do you have any topics you like to default on talking about YouTube whenever you talked about things with people? Because there's some... Come, we have to get the food there before it gets cold. Do you think they'll share when we get there? Share with poor emancipated old Gogan? Yeah. Like, food would be a good topic to talk about. If you're just meeting with a random person, or... Oh, hello, there's more to do. Hey, Elites! Wow, thanks! I'm sure that everybody will love this. Good. It smells great. Mind if I have a taste? Okay, but just a little one. Then we'll call everyone to dinner. Great. Can't I have a little even now? Poor Gogan. So old, you'd think he'd be used to food by now. So sick of the food. Of eating food, of pooping. So the workers liked it, huh? Great, your reward is waiting at the guild. Thanks again. You're welcome, good sir. But yeah, food. You know, one thing I like about food is, taco salad. What I especially like is homemade taco salad. I get some lettuce, I get some cheese, and I can get some tortilla chips to crumble up into it, and taco sauce. Oh, that's good. But I find that a good substitute for tortilla chips sometimes. If you're of the mind and you like croutons a lot, try croutons instead of tortilla chips. Even with the taco sauce and everything, it's still really tasty. Client has requested a hunter to guard the Yuck Yuck Comedy Club next to the guild against monster attacks. Okay. Why don't we go visit that guild? And while we're here, let me show you the wanted monsters. About Ghoulie, a lizard, with some very devious-looking eyes, devilish-looking eyes. And a Dillinger, an evil eye monster, sighted somewhere here in Flores. But yeah, just try putting some lettuce, some cheese, croutons. Oh, the door's not open. Oh yeah, Seagull, I wonder if he's okay. Huh. Lights were very bright when you opened the door there. That is... Oh no, what happened here? This is terrible. Who did this? Get out of here! Seagull? Lieza? Why are you here? I was assigned another job here from the guild. I see. Mom! Seagull, what's the matter? Ah! You're... It's good to see you again. I've been assigned another job here. What in the world happened to your stage? Farmus did it. Farmus? Big Farmus? Yeah, he's a loan shark in town. Oh, interesting. I fell behind in my payments to him when I got sick. After Seagull came back, we caught up, but Farmus insists we still owe him. He wants to take the feeder from us. Once we began to catch up on payments, he sent monsters to pillage the feeder. Monsters? Yes. Like the Holm witches that people talk about in town. Holm witch? It's not nice to call people from Holm witches. I don't appreciate the label. Who are you, mister? For you see, I too am from Holm. Farmus. Seagull, leave this to me. But... Take your mother and go to the back room. Okay. Farmus, why do you torment these good people? I have a dream. Because I can sing. Well, actually, I have many dreams, but this is just one. The dream of owning a world-famous theater. Though you may not see the potential, I see what this place could be, and it excites me. Why sell yourself to take it? These people have dreams too, and you're crushing them. I cannot be concerned with the dreams of others, so fight to protect this place if you must. However, it is a losing battle. I shall prevail. No, good sir, you will not. I will not let you. Why don't we bring in some monster-like people to level them up? Yeah. For this battle, yeah, we have Ponda, we have Himoji, and we have Golem. The mighty Brolem. Let's see, these are orcs. I believe these may be the same orcs we saw over in Banza. You know, Grugga's homeland with the mountain. Banza's the name of the mountain. Brachia. Brachia's Grugga's hometown's name. Yeah, this shouldn't be too much of a problem, though. One Beastmaster to another. And, you know, the guide I use, that I've talked about many times here on this LP, they even say, well, Farmus looks to be a guy, acts like a guy, kind of, acts like a loan shark, everyone calls him a he, but he is commanding orc monsters. Now, are these Romalian monsters that have defected from Romalia, and, God forbid, have joined up with a random person in order to, how you say, do evil in the world? Make his dreams come true over that of Romalia's even? I think these are the same monsters we've fought before. I figure I'll just search. I'll just use the search option on them while I can. Well, while I'm here with Lieza, have her do something whenever she's not healing, or maybe even power lossing. Just make use of her turn in some random way. Because as you saw, her knife attack isn't very powerful yet, still. What am I doing? No, I don't need to do that. Let's punch! Punch the goblin. Down you go. Down the drain. Oh, you drop an herb. How nice of you. Yeah, this doesn't seem to have been a difficult battle, as it's been a Beastmaster against a Beastmaster. Oh, as I was trying to say, even the guide says, it seems that this Farmus guy is a person of male specificity, but supposedly only the women, the witches of Holm, are able to talk to beasts. So I'm like, what are these, Romalia monsters that have defected from Romalia, or are they beasts that he is actually, well, beasts and or monsters that he has tamed and is making use of in his loan shark business? Why does it always seem like loan sharks have some kind of big grand dream in some fashion that they think they can take all the money they need from their clients and make their dreams come true in some grand fashion? My monsters! You killed my babies! You've killed my dream! Damn you! I don't think he'll be back anytime soon. Thank you so much. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't come, Lieza. You always have a special place in our hearts. Thank you both. Good luck. Yeah. Well, I think that's all for the jobs here in Flores. But we do have the 2 wanted monsters still to hunt down. The Dillinger and the Balgulis. The Balguli. I'm pretty sure I know where the Dillinger is, however. I think I've run into him before in this Let's Play, and I know I've run into him before on previous Let's Plays that I'm pretty confident of where he is. Keep out. Keep out. Keep out. I feel so strange. What happened to the temple? Huh. I feel so dizzy. I wonder what happened to me. Oh, these poor people. This newspaper must be old. I can't remember any of the articles. Oh, very interesting. I did not realize they had cut off access to the temple from town that way. Of course, we did see before that in the cinematic of destroying the temple, that temple was sitting in the middle of what's the name of the town? Romuel? Oh yeah, look at this battle. This looks like the perfect battle to meet the Dillinger monster. I'm sure he'll be here in some fashion. Let's bring Deke back along, get a little extra experience for him. Then maybe some nice little magical powers would help with this battle too. Yep, there he is, the Dillinger, the evil eye monster. Now let's give him the evil eye. Put him under our curse. Because that's what's supposed to... You know, actually that reminds me of there's an episode of The Nanny where Fran Drescher's walking through the hallway and all of a sudden a picture drops down up next to her and she's like, oh my god. And she's like, evil eye, go away. What was that episode about? Was that the episode where she didn't want to get between Maxwell and his nanny? Who was trying to kind of horn in on her kids as a means of retiring with Maxwell's family? Oh. That doesn't do that. Deke Beck's gun doesn't do the triangle AoE. It only does a 1 and 2 AoE, it looks like. Whoa, looks more like he's got a laser, a machine gun, a minigun even, and an axe he will throw as a means of a gun. That's an interesting gun there, Deke Beck. Very interesting indeed. Well, no need to worry too much about this battle. I think it's just a bunch of random monsters. Oh yeah, I was talking about food before. Well... And you know, with taco salad, if you want some ground beef, of course, go ahead and get some ground beef and cook it up and put it in there. With some taco seasoning on it, of course. But yeah, just if you're looking for something quick and nutritious, maybe lettuce, cheese, croutons, taco sauce. Well, it's not wholly nutritious, but it's better than... I don't wholly know if it's better, but it's tasty. It's delicious. Get some good croutons. Be careful you're not to crunch your teeth too hard on those croutons, though. And you should be all hunky-dory with eating a taco salad without taco meat or with taco meat if you like. Another thing is you could make a Crunchwrap Supreme from Taco Bell at home. What I did was I browned out my taco meat, and I had a tortilla. I had a few tortillas. And you put the tortillas on a hot griddle or a hot plate or some hot surface grilling thing in some fashion. And then I believe you put ground beef, lettuce, cheese, any other toppings you would like, but I don't like tomatoes or stuff like that, or pico or anything like that, or so I just have the lettuce, the cheese, and you can put sour cream on that too. And you can actually wrap up the tortilla over the stuffings, and you will have a Crunchwrap Supreme that you will bake on your griddle. So that's cool. Then what else? You know, I should look into if I can melt my cheese I have, because I have blocks of cheese now that I use for crumbling onto my salads. Because shredded is good, but it melts well if it's the right shredded cheese. But it can have so many preservatives in it, and just all kinds of special stuff that's like you don't want to be eating all that stuff constantly. And hopefully the block of cheese is healthier. So it's like a block of cheese, and you crumble it up in your hand, or with a grinder, or a grinder, you know, not a pepper grinder, but a cheese grinder, cheese grater. Get it all over your salads or for your topping of whatever you want to top it with. But I've been wondering if the blocks of cheese would melt well, just melting them by themselves in a pot. I suppose you could Google that. I suppose I could Google that too. But just so you know, I do not know where this lizard will be. There seems to be only one other random battle zone. So I'm just gonna jump in here and check it out. If the monster's there, I'll keep talking. If not, you'll see me when I do. When I do find it. Ah, there we go. Balguli. So, well, to continue my conversation about salads. Well, what can I say about salads? That was an awesome attack shoe. I do like salad. I do like lettuce. I like kind of like plain lettuce. I don't like everything in it, like the mixed bags of carrots and celery that comes with it. I do like just getting plain iceberg lettuce, just by itself in the bag. I suppose I could try romaine for maybe something fresher. Well, not fresher, but cleaner. Healthier. I'm trying to think words. And other than that, I suppose really like romaine or kale would be good for eating better lettuce-wise. Even if I do put taco sauce or ranch or garlic parmesan sauce on it. Oh yes, let me talk about garlic parmesan sauce. I love garlic parmesan sauce. Especially Buffalo Wild Wings sauce that they sell in stores now, or at their store itself. Yeah, garlic parmesan's good. I did ever see over at Kroger when I was last there that they actually have a spicy garlic parmesan of their own brand. So I picked that up and I'm like, oh, no, I had some the other day. That was tasty. It was spicy. It was mouth-sucking, really. But good on the lettuce. I also have a big bag of croutons I picked up from the store, so that's why I'm like talking about salad so much, because I like croutons. I do love croutons. I've always loved croutons, but it's so hard sometimes to... I don't know. For a long time there, I did not buy bags of croutons because I didn't want to focus on spending the money on the croutons themselves in order to add to my salad. I don't know why. I guess I just liked how quick and efficient it was to just put the salad in a bowl, put some sauce on top of it, and call it a day. But now that I am buying croutons again this last year, I'm glad I started buying croutons again. And yeah, for like a taco salad, tortilla chips are delicious, but they're so expensive nowadays. I mean, yeah, croutons are a little bit more expensive too than they used to be, but I don't know, you get more full with croutons than just tortilla chips. Though tortilla chips do have a good salty taste to them. But I would have to say they're not as healthy as croutons, even though they are bread. The croutons are. At least I think they're bread. You know, they're bread-like. I think. I don't know, leave a comment below if you can Google before I do. What croutons are made of. Like, are they breading? Are they stale bread? Are they cooked bread? Some kind of bread? Which actually, since we're talking about it, the fact that I have a griddle, well, when I was younger, my grandmother had a griddle plate. Griddle, you know, a stovetop griddle pan. And I liked that. I could make 4 grilled cheeses on that. And I've been experimenting lately in my life with grilled cheese. I've been trying it with different kinds of cheeses. But of course, because I'm a basic little bitch, I do just like the cheese, the bread, and the butter. You put the butter on the bread. You know, actually, I learned this neat little trick the other day that I should have realized a little while ago, but... well, maybe it's not a trick I learned or anything, it's just something I need to try. I need to think about how to try, because... well, if you have warm butter, you can spread it easily on dry, cold bread. And have it be good and ready to fry in the... because what you would do is you... butter the bread. Butter 2 pieces of bread. Then you take a slice of cheese, put them between the 2 bread, and put the butter side on the outside of on the griddle. And that should make it a little more efficient in cooking. You know, speed-wise. Yeah, let's head over to Brachia next. Remember, we did save Brachia and Flores, so there should be a bunch of missions from opening up from saving these 2 lands. Of course, also, unlike Flores and Milmana, there is a Sealed Ruins here in Brachia. But I think I might save some Sealed Ruins business until later on. And now, we don't have any missions yet, excuse me, for Brachia. But when we go to Goose and visit their guild, Hunter Guild workshop, whatever it's called, hideout, building, place of business, we will get to see the wanted monsters in the area and look at the jobs. Let's see, the wanted monsters are going to be... I think this monster is part of the quest we're about to do. This one's part of a quest, which I just realized is what was in the section of that guide I was reading. And Draper. Like Chris Draper? No. I am a Red Wings fan, of course, so I like Chris Draper. Chris Osgood, Chris Draper, Brennan Shanahan. Also, I'm old. I'm the 90s kid. Okay, so I can tell you right away, this one and this one have the job quest to do the bird and the Dollmaster hunts. This one I think is going to be the simplest, though, to do for a couple more minutes of... because he wants us to clear the mine tracks of rocks on Mount Banza, clients waiting the mountain. I don't think we're going to be in any battles for this mission. However, it might... We might. I'm not sure what the guide said. It said either we do 2 battles or something, or I don't know if we do any. But let's go to the mountain and see for ourselves. Now let's see also, this mountain may have changed since we were last here because the volcano did erupt a little bit when we sent the mind control device into the lava in the caldera of the mountain. So, now that we've returned to Banza Mountain, we're going to be asked to choose a party in order to deal with any trouble we find in here. And I think a good party to bring along would be something like this. Let's do this. Especially with Iga, we just got him that new stick weapon. Let's start raising his status ability with stick. And don't go the other way. It's the wrong way to go, I'm sure of it. And this way opened up after we completed the events of Banza Mountain we were here to deal with before, with the mind control device and Elena's father. Yeah. We'll find the way to go by going this way. Yeah, don't go the other way. It is just a dead end. Halfway through. Not even halfway through. I don't know when it dead ends. I didn't even bother going all the way through it. Yeah, you may notice I cut things a little bit there. So, no need to worry about that. Just go with the flow and be prepared to be amazed at the power this Rajin brings down with his lightning against these birds. Yes, bye-bye birdies. Yep, like the old movie says, the old play, or... Is it a play or a movie? Well, it's probably a play before it was a movie back then. Because plays were plays before they were movies. Like, there's this... My favorite movie, I think, is what it is a movie called Noises Off. It was actually a play a long time ago. And I don't know how long ago. I need to look into that, honestly. But the movie is called Noises Off. It's about a play that is being put on by a play group. And it's just fraught with complete lunacy as relationships come and go in the cast of the play. They get aggravated with each other most of the way through the movie and are screaming and yelling at each other backstage and trying to beat each other up. All while trying to keep up the pretense of they're a stage crew doing a play, showing off their acting chops to the viewers. And one thing about the movie Noises Off, it was made in America, I think, based on the English play, which is done quite often, I think, by... What's it called? The important one over there. The important... Sandsbrook. Not Sandsbrook. The theater. I'll put it here in the description. Not description, but down here on the bottom for you to view about which one I'm talking about. And just it's a good movie. The American version is done with Michael Caine, Carol Burnett, John Ritter when he was still alive, Christopher Reeve when he was still alive, Nicolette Sheridan, if you like Hallmark movies, she's in a bunch of those years ago. Some guy who was in Taxi, apparently. Julie Haggerty, who was famous years ago, too. Yeah, it's an ensemble cast doing a movie about a play. Well, it's a movie about a play because the actual play itself is not the play that they are acting out in the play itself. It's all the shenanigans going on around the crew as they try to put on the play for the stage. The name of the play they're actually supposed to be putting on is called Nothing On. It's something about how a rich guy that went off on holiday to another country has come home to find his maid, a crook, a loan officer, not a loan officer, but a like a home mortgage inspector or some such. And the woman he's trying to woo, who actually works for the IRS, who's trying to indict him for tax fraud and tax evasion by being off in another country, while he's actually not off in another country or some such. Wow, this is the same battle we just fought. Yeah, I thought that the guy did say there would be multiple battles to do, and turns out I was right about that little remembrance. I completely doubted myself on the fact of whether there would be multiple battles or not, but however, here we are. With multiple battles. Of a bunch of skeletons and many, many birds. Not any of the wanted monsters or anything, just random little monsters. Oh, you don't have level 2, huh? Oh well. You're still powerful enough that you don't really need level 2. Honestly, giving level 2 or 3 to Fujin and Rajan would be a very broken thing to do. I imagine they wouldn't do it up until like level 100 or something, when they start leveling up their spells. That would be my guess. It's probably not a good guess, but it's a guess. It's a guess I will make for now. We will see later on in the series if it becomes a correct guess. Well, back to food. Because I'm hungry. And I want a salad. But I think what I'm going to talk about for a minute is toast. Do you like toast? I love toast. Oh yeah, I could have toast. Because I have butter. Because I have grilled cheese to make. I bought a loaf of bread. I wasn't expecting to want to buy a loaf of bread, but I did buy a loaf of bread because I have some cheese left over from some time I was making sandwiches with the cheese. And so, I'm like, let's make some grilled cheese. And I'm hoping I can make the grilled cheese before the bread goes bad, because I suck at making the grilled cheese fast enough to eat the bread with. I suck at eating bread. I love bread, I love toast. I love toast. It's delicious. Cook it in a toaster on light to solid color, and butter it up with some nice warm butter. Mmm, delicious toast. It will melt in your mouth. Not that it's like liquid toast or anything, it just toast. It's delicious. I could honestly eat a whole loaf of toast, of bread, in a sitting. It's probably not healthy for you with all those carbs, but better than letting it go to waste, I suppose. I did buy enough butter. Turns out I had butter left over from last time I made grilled cheese, which I wasn't expecting to have leftover butter. So I bought a whole nother thing of butter, and now I have like 6 sticks of butter. So that will be effective for making toast or grilled cheese. To use up both my cheese and my bread and my butter. Wonder what's going to be in this room. Oh, Mr. Miner, I suppose. You must be the one that took my job at the guild. I am. I'd hoped you'd come a little faster, but no matter. Let me tell you about my problem. Yes, sir. What can we help you with? I'm sure the guild told you a little, but they always get things a little wrong. I'll just tell you what's going on and what I expect. The tracks in here have a large number of rocks in them. Let's see. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7... Yeah, I see here. 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's a lot of rocks. Oh. There's that big hole down there, too. I don't know how it happened. Monsters, earthquakes, whatever. But the result is that I can't do my job, and if I don't work, I don't eat. So I've hired you to remove as many of the rocks as possible, got it? Oh, and once the rocks are off the tracks, it sure would be nice if you got rid of them. When you're done, report back to me. Well, get rid of them how? Well, good luck. I won't tell you that. Well, what he means by get rid of them is he means for you to put them into that big hole we see at the bottom here. So what I'm just gonna do is start off by... Oh, wow, that's a bottomless pit. A la Zelda. Can I fall into the pit? No, it seems I cannot fall into the pit. Good. I'm glad I cannot fall into the pit. Oh, I did not realize this rock was up here too. Can I push this into lava? No, I cannot push this into lava. This is not Secret of Evermore. You do not push rocks into lava. Or levitate them even. You push them into the bottomless pit. So that is what he means by get rid of them. The rocks is to be pushing them into this bottomless pit. Which honestly, I'm glad it's bottomless, because if I had to specifically maneuver all these rocks into a way that they all fit into that hole in some fashion, I think I would have been here a little longer than I would like to have been here for today. Let's see, can I push this rock down to the hole this way? No. Can I push these rocks down? Yes, I can. And there are some spaces here I'm finding that are not maneuverable. Like I'm just walking around that spot's not maneuverable. That spot's not maneuverable. Yeah, some of these spots are not traversable, as you could say, by a person of RPG standards. A person of RPG means. Especially a strategy RPG, in which we are moving on a grid-based system, no matter whether we are in battle or out of battle. That was bad. Oh shit. I have to start over. Damn it to hell. Oh good, he tells me how many rocks are on the tracks. That's good. So let's not mess this up by starting over here. Maybe moving it like this. And with that, we can now successfully get this rock into the hole. Aw, the rock goes down the hole. Yeah, just like Tiny Toons. Oh, does he want me to get that rock off the tracks? Maybe he does. I'll check with him in a moment. Because I should be able to test if he wants me to move that rock by moving the rock a little bit after talking to him. So what I'm going to do... put that rock down the hole, talk to him. Still at 12? Well, let's continue. Wow, I had actually moved a lot of rocks off the tracks before I had messed up. Yeah, let's do it like this. No, fuck. Well, tell me, does that get the rock off the tracks? Yes, it gets off the tracks. But I need to start over, so let me meet you back here when I am more successful and almost done with this job. Okay, back at it. Back at the recording, as I believe I'm almost done with the rocks. Let me check with the dude, see how many I have left to drop into the hole. No, all the rocks are off the tracks, so I don't need to do this, but for super completion's sake, let's drop them all in the hole, because that increases the completion rating of this job, which doesn't help me tell me how many rocks I have left to drop down the hole, but it does tell me I'm pretty sure I have them all off the tracks, and that they all should be good to throw down the hole. I think I'm done with the rocks. Let's hope I'm done with the rocks, because this takes a minute to do. A couple minutes, maybe 5 minutes to do. If you're ever doing this yourself at home in some fashion. Emulator, PlayStation Shop, whatever you want to call it. Let's see, mister. Let's finish the job. Oh my! You not only got rid of all the rocks, but you also dropped them all into the hole! Yay! I really appreciate the extra effort. Your reward is at the guild. Who knows, you might get a bonus. Hooray! Na 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 na. Sorry, just had Chrono Trigger in my head for a minute. I just thought that would be very good if I were to have a clip of that song in some fashion and put that into the game. But I decided to do na 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 it. Well, regardless of Chrono Trigger music being available or not for me to play at the moment, we have completed this mission for the miner. Not the miner 49er, no siree. Well, job completion has gone up. Yeah, let's call it that. Job completion has gone up. We like it when numbers go up. Completion goes up. We fill the circle. Let's see what we get for our reward back at the guild. For all the jobs we've done so far this episode. We haven't killed any monsters over here in Brachia, but we've killed a few over in Flores. So we should be able to get quite a good number of rewards from our episode today. From our video, our episode. Get bounty. 37 of 58 jobs accepted completed. We've done 3, killed 4 monsters, gotten that much money, almost 18,000. Received 31 merits. I now have 285 merits. I'm pretty sure I qualify for something. Well, I'm gonna leave it here at that as I go think about something I can go do before completing some more jobs here at Brachia. I will meet you next episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode, however, and take care of yourselves until that next episode. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.